So upon enrollment, okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Anthony. So sorry for that distraction. So all this enrollment that we covered earlier, is there in your getting started sheet that you share with all of your new brand partners. And if you're not familiar with that one form, let your sponsor know, because that gives you everything that you need in one sheet. And I think I did mention that my niece just did a check sheet for a new brand partner. And we probably got a few of those out there, but I thought she did an excellent job. And Lauren, if you're on, if you will share that in the comments, and if not, I will get that to everybody who requested. So when boxes are sold, so when at least 4 boxes are sold, we're going to train on the conversion process and the customer flow. So we already went over that just a little bit more than normal on the basic training. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit more about that. And then for Gold and Ultimate, we're going to confirm the subscription, enroll in direct deposit, and share how to leverage their next order to earn more than $150 or more. And then in starting a team, we're going to check your orders in the volume report and reach out to those who are ordering bulk packs and ensure that everybody is properly trained. So that's just a little bit of the timeline. We're going to go over that because I know that's a lot just right there in those 3 boxes right there. So direct deposit and subscription. If you guys have not been trained how to set up your direct deposit, you are going to go to My Money. I'm looking at it right now, so I can tell you for sure. It's been a while since I have set one up, and even my new brand partners, when we go through it, it's a little bit of a process. So go to My Money, and then go to Partner Co-Pay. And you're going to see see if she's got all the steps in there with her. No, not yet. So go to Partner Co-Pay and you're going to see the options. Okay. So most people are going to do direct deposit, but I find that the issue that happens mostly is some people fail to put 100%. Okay. So make sure you put 100%. Put all your banking information there. And if you're on here from Canada, it is a little bit different in Canada. So I say get with your sponsor on that, because there's a couple of little differences for Canada, how to put your transit number, I think it is in Canada. So a little bit of confusion there. So if you're in Canada, make sure you get with your sponsor. But most of the time it's going to be your routing number and your account number if you're US, maybe a little bit different for other countries. And then 100% direct deposit. Make sure that you scroll down and you're putting in your social security number, or if you are as a business, that you're adding your business ID there. But generally the business ID is going to be after the fact, because generally you've got to change that if you are coming in as a business entity. You've got to change that with compliance. So it's going to ask for your social security number, your banking information, and then at the very bottom, make sure that it's 100%, like I said, on direct deposit, and that you confirm and save. A lot of people miss that step. So make sure that you're saving it at the bottom. And I always tell people, go back and just check and make sure that it's there. Go to My Money and Partner Co-Pay, make sure the banking information there, make sure that 100% direct deposit is there, and just double check it. Now, for me on the subscription, and some people may differ on this, as soon as I enroll a brand partner, I am making sure they have a subscription in the first 4 weeks. Now, I know that is a little bit of a change now that we have a new system where they have 8 weeks to get to Ultimate and Gold. I am always going to encourage people to get there within 4 weeks, because the new volume bonus to the sponsor is not going to be paid after 4 weeks. So I go ahead and have them set up their subscription for their first 4 weeks. So on their 4th Friday, have a subscription set up. By that 4th Friday, they may change their mind on what they want. So we can at least have a subscription in so that they know that it's there. Now, that's just my belief. That's my system. I love having it set up, and then that way we don't have to worry about it. But I do put a reminder in my phone, and I tell them to, hey, Siri, set a reminder in 4 weeks to check that subscription. And then always the color coding is sometimes a little confusing. So you will have a color associated with your subscription week. And I always tell people if there's confusion about that, call customer support. Now, right now, if you all called customer support lately, there's a long wait time. We've had a little bit of issue in support. I'm just going to tell you that on the front end, nothing I'm hiding from anybody. So few people have left, so they're training a lot of new people. So there's a little bit more of a hold time. You can always email support@partner.co and you can get an answer pretty quickly. If you do not, let your sponsor know. But if there's any question about when your subscription is due, I just tell people get it in on the front end, and then you will see it on your dashboard. You'll be able to scroll down a little bit to be able to see what your color week is. But I don't want to miss it, so I put it in the front end. So that's the way I train my new brand partners. Within 4 weeks, they are going to either have had some great results with the drops themselves and they know that they need other products, but I will set up subscription for something like Optimals and the shakes, something that will equal 100 PB, okay? So, or drops and renew, but if they're ordering 10 packs of drops, you don't usually have drops in their subscription. So a subscription that I know and love, everybody knows this, that I love Renew. It's always going to have Renew in their subscription. So if it's not Renew in the drops, it's going to be Renew and Optimals, Renew in the shakes, whatever that particular person wants. But those are some of my staples. Those are the ones that I'm going to set up first, okay? And it doesn't even have to be 100 PV until that 4th week, but I just like to have something set up so that it reminds them, hey, if you're going to work this business and if you're going to get paid, you've got to have 100 PV in your subscription.
Please try again.
Siri is talking to me. Sorry about that. So make sure that those subscriptions are set up in the very beginning so that you don't forget it and set a reminder. Now, how do we help our hive thrive, or how do we help our team thrive? So we're making sure that everybody is on board, okay? So this is the first one that can click right here. This first thing is to make sure that everybody gets on the team boards and that you start right here and that it's recorded and that we have you there on boards, okay? And it shows you right here how to get started. And then, of course, all the text scripts, like I said, I tell everybody, I walk them through it. I share my screen so that we can click on the text scripts and so that they can see, hey, these are the kind of questions people are going to be asking you and how you're going to answer from the text script. So the information, text script that talks about, hey, thank you for asking for information on the body balance and drops. And then the getting started script or the cost script or answering any questions. Can I take these with my medications? Everything is there. So if you clicked on text scripts for drops, you'll see all the particular text scripts. And then the follow-ups. I think that is so important, the particular follow-ups for your customers for week 1, week 2, week 3. And y'all, they're all just examples for you, okay? Now, on those follow-ups, you're going to change a little bit to where it sounds more like you. So on the first week follow-up, where it's talking about, hey, how are you feeling on the drops or what have you, make it your own, but just use the text script as just that, an option for you, but to remind you to follow up with your customers. And I love being able to share with, that person on your phone. If I say it, she'll talk to me, that do the reminders on your phone. Tell her, hey, Siri, set a reminder in my phone to follow up with Sally in 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. To me, that is the best way, y'all, to remember to follow up with your people. I didn't even have that until I heard Brent train on it one time. I didn't even think about it. So it's an easy way. It's a step where you just speak in your phone and ask for a reminder. So that is a great way to remind yourself, or whatever your system is. You may have an Excel spreadsheet, whatever you're doing, following up with your droppers and with your team. Just make sure that you're putting reminders in your phone and setting up a time where you can get with them to help. And then, of course, all of the boards is right there. The social media posts, the product videos. Get familiar with every single thing there. The product videos, I use these almost every day, y'all. I'm sending Dr. Strand's video to people all the time that have questions about insulin resistance. And even though it is a longer video, I find that it is so valuable for so many people, because if they do not understand why they have weight on them in the first place, whether their cortisol is way up or their hormones are imbalanced, or especially insulin resistance. And because that is my heart, insulin resistance, I'm going to send that video out to tons of people. So I'm going to utilize it. I keep saying I'm going to break it down like I do almost every video that I receive, and I'll break it down to different segments to where it's not as long, but I feel like if people will listen to it, they will learn so much. And then, of course, the one I use the most often is Dr. Crystal's video. I've done a few myself, but mine are still a little long. Dr. Crystal's video is 4 minutes, and I think it's just a great, succinct way to tell people, hey, this is what you're going to experience on the drops. I'm going to go back and redo mine and try to get them to 3 to 4 minutes. It's just hard to get all the information you want to get out in 3 to 4 minutes, but I'm going to keep trying. But in the meantime, I'm going to use Dr. Crystal's video. The product resources are also there for, that's your booklet, that's the ingredients list, that's our clinical studies, all of the things that you might want to send your customer, they're right there in the product resources. And then your customer conversion tools, the slide deck presentation that we use to convert is right there. Training resources, calls, groups, flyers, resources, anything we're going to use for recognition, great tips for eating, events, all of that is right here in our board. So you're going to help your new team, your new brand partner understand all about the everything that's on boards. And I think that's so important to take time with them, share with them everything that's on the boards so that they're set and ready to go. Because y'all, we know if we get them started appropriately in the front end, not only is it going to duplicate, they're going to know how to share or train their new brand partner, keep it simple and keep it to where it's easy for them to turn around and train their brand partner. I think that's why our teams have been so successful, because we keep it simple and it duplicates. So another way to check on your team to help your hive thrive is to look at my money and look at your volume. Okay, so find the volume for placement to help your team, help them place their new brand partners. Okay, so my money, and look at the volume right here. Okay, so when people are placing their brand partners, you want to go and look at your power line, look at your pay line, look at the volume. So if your power line is optimized, that's a no-brainer. You're going to put that person in your pay line, right? But if you're in the beginning of this process, your pay line and power line may switch. So if you don't understand that part of it, make sure you get with your sponsor for sure. But you want to be able to place people where you have the lowest volume. Okay, so in this situation, you would be placing somebody in that third line, because look at your power lines here on line 2, your pay lines on line 1, and another pay lines on line 3, and that's where you need the most volume. So that's where you're going to be placing your new brand partners right there. But that can get confusing, as we well know, but make sure you go to My Money, volume, and check your volume so you know where to place your new brand partners. Another way to help people is to look at your at what's being ordered. Okay, so look at your volume report to see, hey, this is where all my boxes are going. So in using her names, Whitney Houston, if you see 1,000 PV, that person just ordered 2 10-packs. So that's a person you want to reach out to and make sure, hey, you just ordered 2 10-packs. What's going on? How many boxes have you sold? Oh my goodness, congratulations. You want to, really, really celebrate that person. And really at that point, we say when somebody has sold 20 boxes of drops, that's where you want to go and start doing customer appreciation events, right? So take a look at your volume report and see where all your volume of boxes are going. So generally, how Brent explains it on his optimization training is when you've got 10 worker bees out there moving 10-packs, that's when you know you're going to start optimizing. So this is a great list of people that are ordering a lot of 10-packs, right? So this is telling you who all your worker bees are and who you're going to go work with and who you're going to help in your team. So another way of helping your team thrive. All right, another one is striking distance. So when you go to your dashboard, to your office, you see dashboard, subscription manager, and then striking distance report. That is a great way to help people see how close are you to getting to ultimate and gold. So here's all the list. So when you pull up the striking distance report, you get to see, I always look for this initial cumulative volume right here, right? So this person's at 1,500. So Madonna is at 1,500 in the third week. Woohoo! She hit ultimate in the third week. So that person you're going to reach out to, congratulate them, make sure that they know that they're at ultimate, and make sure they know that their next 10 pack's going to need to be placed under a new brand partner, right? So that's part of the teaching. And then Tina Turner, she's in her third week, but she's at 1308. So we know, look over here, this is what she's got left to be get to ultimate is 192. So there's some training that can go on right there to help reach out to Tina and say, hey, Tina, oh my gosh, you're almost there. You're almost to ultimate. What do we need to order? Maybe she needs a 4-pack. A 4-pack would be 208. Okay. So you're going to get with that partner and help them see what they need to order to get them to ultimate. Maybe you as the sponsor need some products. So you go and place products and you are giving her credit for it. Either way, find out from the conversation what needs to be ordered by her so we can help her get to ultimate. And so just go down the list to see all of these people, and you can change, see where it says current week. You can change the error where you can see all of your people that are in their third and fourth week. I try to start reaching out to them by the second or third week and say, letting them know where they are, but especially by the third week. Don't wait till the fourth week, but try to be preparing them on their third week. Hey, y'all, you are so close. We've only got one more 10-pack. How's your posting going? How's the business going? How's your drop sales going? That kind of thing where you can help educate and help them get to ultimate and gold. So how are we going to do our connections now? How are we going to connect? So anyone on week 3 that's not ultimate, so we just really talked about that by looking at the striking distance, and anyone who's ultimate that you haven't met yet, those are some people you're going to reach out to, because as soon as you start growing, y'all, you're going to find there's lots of people on your team you don't know. But that's a way that you can reach out to people through your striking distance report. Reach out and say, hey, I haven't met you yet, but my goodness, you're almost at ultimate and you're in week 3. What can I do to help? So anyone ordering boxes under someone else, you're going to be able to see that in your volume report too. Or when you go to the detail report on your tree, you're going to be able to tell when somebody's ordering boxes under someone else. So you're going to be able to reach out and connect with those people. Everybody that's moving boxes, I say reach out, see if you can go and help them in their area, do some customer appreciation events, and just help them continue to build their business. So all of that is a process, y'all. That's a process of helping people get to ultimate and gold, and then getting yourself over there or doing Zoom calls, doing 3-way calls, because y'all, we've all grown so fast. Sometimes it's a Zoom call you've got to do, or a 3-way call, until you can get over to help somebody with customer appreciation events. And then, of course, the drop talks, exactly what I'm talking about, the customer appreciation drop talks. Getting people in a room or getting them on a Zoom, whatever you can do. When you see that you have somebody out there that's selling, at least have sold already 20 boxes of drops, that's when we're trying to focus on getting to them to do a customer appreciation event. And y'all, I will say, from hearing the IPAs over the last few days, you want to teach your new folks how to do a presentation. They don't need to rely on you as the sponsor, as the leader every single time. They might for the first few times, of course, but let them hear you offer the presentation, do the slide deck presentation with them a few times. Let them get comfortable with doing it, and then have them do it. It's not gonna, some people are just not comfortable at all, but once they start doing it and they've heard you do it a few times, just pushing them out there is like pushing a little bird out and helping them fly for the very first time. But you're there to help them. And to me, y'all, I find people who are new doing the presentations, I love it because it shows people in the audience that anybody can do it, y'all. If you're perfect, then the person out there might go, gosh, she's brand new and she's doing this perfectly. I don't know if I can do that. I think it's great. I remember my first few that I'd done. I've heard Cynthia, I'd heard Todd, Brent, I'd heard Andrea, and I just said, you know what? I'm going to get out there and do it myself. And to me, the more authentic you can be, and even if you mess up, and tell people, I'm brand new, y'all. This is new to me. I'm nervous. Just be honest with people. And I think that helps so much. Because more than anything, you're just wanting these customers to feel appreciated. Y'all think about everybody out there who has a health issue or doesn't even know they have a health issue, but they feel awful in their body and they're getting on these drops for some hope and any bit of encouragement is going to help them, and any positive results that they have, that's going to be so much more than they probably felt when they walked into a doctor's office. And the doctor's office, first of all, they're sitting there for 3 hours, and then they finally get back with the doctor, and all they're getting is a conversation about how they can be fixed with medicine. So at least to me, on the drops and on our products, we're offering people hope and offering them a healthy alternative to get their life back and to get their health back. So that's, to me, is what the drop talk is all about. So I know that was quick, y'all. That was quick, and just fully expecting that this is just an overview, and that please get back with your sponsor. If there's anything here that you don't understand, Anthony, go ahead and turn off the recording and we'll take